Hydrogen has played a big part in history. It has caused many groundbreaking moments, like the Hindenburg. However, hydrogen is ignored by most people. I am here to teach about how the usage of hydrogen has evolved over time. Before we begin, you might need to know what hydrogen is. Hydrogen is an element in the periodic table of elements. Hydrogen is normally a gas. Hydrogen in its pure form has no colour, taste or smell, which makes it undetectable without the appropriate gear. It is highly combustible. In the periodic table, hydrogen is found in period and group 1, as you can see here. It is considered the first element of the periodic table, and hydrogen has 3 forms. Protium. Wait, I thought I had this on. Never mind. Hydrogen is used in the universe in many different ways. The first element in existence was hydrogen. Then after hydrogen fused with itself, it made helium. Hydrogen and helium fusions created all the other elements. So really, all the elements exist because of hydrogen. Hydrogen makes up 90% of the universe. This means the universe can naturally use it in many different ways. One of the more well-known ways it does is by fusing it in the center of stars to keep them running. 6 million tons of hydrogen is consumed by the sun every single second, even at night. It fills up the empty space between objects, and there are loads of regions of ionized hydrogen, which is a type of hydrogen, like NGC 604 and the Eagle Nebula. Ice, water and steam contain hydrogen and oxygen atoms. It is found in rocks and minerals in the Earth's crust. You may be surprised to know that 10% of the human body is hydrogen. In the past, hydrogen was used in many interesting ways. For example, in lamps. Hydrogen was also used in hot air balloons. But the Hindenburg ended the age of the hydrogen balloon. For a short while, hydrogen was a popular fuel source for transportation. And when it was first discovered, it was also used for experiments on other substances. Fuel cells were used on the Gemini rocket mission, and since then have been used for heating electricity and water for Apollo spacecraft and all missions that came after that. Hydrogen is used in many different ways in the modern world. Some shape the world. As tritium, a form of hydrogen, is radioactive, it is used in tritium nuclear bombs. Not very good, is it? I didn't think so either. Hydrogen is also used in the production of ammonia, which is used in the production of fertilizers. When hydrogen combines with carbon monoxide, it forms bulk alcohol, a chemical you might know as methanol. Hydrogen is used in hydrogenation, which is used to make margarine, cyclohexane, which is a component of nylon, oil, and crude petroleum. This means hydrogen plays a big part in modern society. Hydrogen is found in the chemical hydrogen peroxide, which, when combined with water, makes an antiseptic, and hydrogen peroxide on its own can be used as a bleach. It is found in ethyl alcohol, which is used in many adults' favourite, beer and wine, as well as a lot of other alcoholic beverages. Tritium is used in glow-in-the-dark watches. It is used in nickel hydrogen batteries, which power the Hubble Space Telescope. In weather balloons, they are used as a lifter that lifts them into the upper atmosphere, and it's also starting to be used as fuel for cars. Finally, its very most important use is rocket fuel. As I said earlier, rockets use hydrogen to make them go. Hydrogen has had a rich history, and I will highlight a few major events. First and foremost, we have to start from the very beginning. Like you may have expected, the first thing that I'm going to talk about is its discovery. It was first discovered in 1671 by Robert Boyle. However, Robert Boyle thought that it was a form of air. He called it flammable air. And a century later, in 1766, Henry Cavendish rediscovered it, and he named it its own element. In 1783, Antoine Lavoisier named it hydrogen, meaning water former in Greek. In 1823, the Dobereiner lamp was invented. In 1845, Sir William Robert Grove made a fuel cell that could be used as power. In 1863, the Hippomobile, which is a hydrogen-powered car, was driven from Paris to Joinville-le-Pont. In 1874, Jules Verne, who wrote Around the World in 80 Days and 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea, introduced the idea that hydrogen could be a possible fuel source in his book, The Mysterious Island. In 1897, Paul Sabatier made hydrogenation much easier with his discovery of the Sabatier process. In 1900, Count Zeppelin made the first hydrogen-filled airship. In 1926, Umberto Nobile flies over the North Pole with a hydrogen airship. He is the first to do so. In 1937, after 30 years of it being practically the only way to fly, the Hindenburg put an end to Zeppelin travel. In 1952, Ivy Mike was tested. Ivy Mike was the first successful bomb based on hydrogen fusion. In 1957, Pratt & Whitney tested the first hydrogen-powered jet. In 1958, Alison Chalmers made the world's first hydrogen-powered vehicle, which was a tractor. In that same year, NASA formed. NASA will become very important in hydrogen history. In 1959, Francis T. Bacon made the first useful fuel cell, which he called the Bacon cell. In 1965, the first commercial use of a fuel cell happened in Project Gemini. It would be used for all space missions after that. In 1966, General Motors introduced Electrovan to the world. Electrovan was the world's first hydrogen-powered car. In 1970, the nickel hydrogen batteries invented by Alexander Kloss and Boris Ioselovich. In 1973, an oil crisis occurred, which made hydrogen fuel really, really popular. In 1988, the SUTDB converted a passenger jet with a capacity of 164 passengers to run on hydrogen. In 1994, Daimler-Benz introduced Nika, which was a car that ran on hydrogen. It was slightly successful. In 1998, Iceland promised to have a hydrogen economy by 2030. And in 2002, in Quebec, there was the first Hydra, which is a hydrogen-powered train. And finally, in 2016, Toyota launched its first hydrogen-powered car, the Mirai. As a conclusion, hydrogen is a gas with different forms. Hydrogen is found in most places in the universe, including you. It is used in many of the same ways as today, with some exceptions. Today it is used in many different ways, including ones you may not have expected. It has had a rich history, and it may well be our future. For a lot more information, see my blog. That's all, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.